Hello, this afternoon we plan to pitch to you a movie that is a sequel to Incredibles 2. In this movie, the familial roles of the first two movies are completely switched, as the kids of the Parr family, Violet, Flash, and Jack Jack, finally get to use their own powers and follow in their parents' footsteps. The children are a little more grown up in the movie, as it is set a few years after the previous films, and the children have finally discovered their powers enough to be able to go on their own missions and save the world. There are two main action sequences we have planned for this movie. The first one will feature all three of the young Incredibles, starting them off individually living their lives until they are interrupted by the arrival of the Underminer, which is a villain that the Parr family faced in the previous movie Incredibles 2. After years of separation, going about fighting crime in their own ways, the young Incredibles will struggle to rediscover the teamwork they possessed in their youth fighting crime. Due to their separation, there will be action sequences where the siblings will fight each other, causing a minor obstacle along their path to saving the world. The second scene of action will feature the three Parr siblings along with their long-lost cousins, Dream and Reg, who are played by Millie Bobby Brown and Timothy Chalamet, who they reunite with along the way of tracking down the Underminer. The scene takes place in the Netherlands, where the Underminer is holding the country hostage and threatening to collapse the main cities, similar to how he collapsed the bank in the Incredibles 2 movie. Jack Jack, Flash, Violet, and their cousins proceed to take down the Underminer together using all of their unique powers and with help of the Incredijet. The Underminer was determined to destroy the seawall that prevents 1/3 of the Netherlands from being underwater. This movie is absolutely pre-sold because the characters are already known from the previous Incredibles movies. The emotional connection is established between the audience and the characters because the audience has been able to see the Parr kids grow up into their adult roles as superheroes. The audience had awareness of the characters from the previous movies and comic books the movie originated from. So, Incredibles 3 is a sequel to the previous movies and originated from a superhero comic book. This film will feature Millie Bobby Brown and Timothy Chalamet, who are well-known up-and-coming actors, young adults, to play the long-lost cousins of the Parr siblings. Their global star status can help draw even more attraction to the film and wider ranges of the audience to the third movie of the Incredibles series. $220 million is the proposed budget for the production and marketing of this movie. Disney hooked advertising deals for Incredibles 2 with about 14 companies, including Alaska Airlines, Chrysler, Coppertone Sunscreen, and Juicy Juice. We plan on reaching out to those companies that the Incredibles movies have already been associated with. Coppertone and Juicy Juice would be ideal companies to target for marketing tie-ins because their main audience are children. Alaska Airlines and Chrysler would be ideal companies to partner with because they both value the importance of safely transporting families. Also, both companies provide resources to view all the Incredibles films on. Chrysler minivans come with TVs, and Alaska Airlines provides in-flight entertainment with access to all of the Incredibles movies. We would like to pitch the Incredibles 3 movie to Walt Disney Pictures because they have done a great job with the last two movies, and we would like to stay consistent and use the resources that they already have from releasing the first two films of the series. One specific scene with heavy doses of special effects takes place with the Incredijet. This scene is similar to the train scene in the second movie with Elastigirl and her motorcycle. The Incredijet was built by their Aunt Edna specifically for the powers of all the siblings working together. The special effects of the Incredijet were displayed while the siblings and their cousins were fighting the Underminer and his powerful tunneler vehicle. The country was nearly destroyed by their effort to stop the Underminer from flooding the country. The kinetic CG animation and eye-popping camera movements are the special effects of this scene that will really help bring it to life. Pixar and Disney will be able to push the boundaries of animation once again, as they did for Incredibles 2. The uprising stars of this film increase the appeal for 16 to 24-year-old male audience. The age group of the 16 to 24-year-olds is also targeted because they were around for both the previous releases of the Incredibles movies, And so that means that they're emotionally invested to the storyline and the characters. Pixar is also known for the emotional gut punches they're able to throw at their audience in the intros of movies. For example, the movie Up starts off with a montage of a couple living their life until one of them tragically passes away. And we can use this to our advantage in the Incredibles 3 movie. The kids, now adults, that grew up with these characters will be able to sympathize with having to watch their parents grow old and perhaps eventually having to finally say goodbye. Universal themes and simple storylines appeal and relate to the worldwide audience that incorporate the importance of family. The heroism portrayed in this movie wouldn't be as powerful without the support from family.